rages around like an ocean in my head, because there are so many things that I left unsaid. I can almost feel you walking in the distance, but I know that it's not reality. If you are echoing around inside these parallel dimensions all alone, know I'll find you in my dreams. My heart rages around like an ocean in my head. I can almost feel you walking in the distance, but I know that it's not reality. If you are echoing around inside these parallel dimensions all alone, know I'll find you in my dreams. I can almost feel you walking in the distance, but I know that it's not reality.
Hey guys, Toaster here with another video. Thank you very much for 100 subscribers, and yeah, this is my voice. I have a mic now, so I'll probably start using my voice in videos. I just want to say thank you for all the support you've given me. When I started this channel 2 years ago, never thought I'd actually get 100 subscribers, but thank you very much for all the support and the liking and the commenting and the viewing on all my videos. Thank you for all that, and the rest of this video will just be a review of my account. So if you're not interested, don't feel free to just leave the video. But TLDR, I'll probably be using my mic for the next videos because I have it now and it makes it easier to make videos. So yeah. Anyways, now let's start my account review. So let's go to my account here, and first of all, I have 6,797 battles at the time I'm recording this. So that's like an okay amount, not that much honestly, but yeah. My win rate's currently at 59.76%, which I think is okay. It's pretty decent, I think. But it could, of course, be better because I'm trying to aim for that 60%. So, you know, there's always room for improvement. My average damage is at 55,126, which I think is not bad considering I do play tier 10 for about half the month. And then for the next half of the month, I just like grind lower tiers or just grind whatever ship I'm playing. So it could definitely be higher if I main tier 10, but it is what it is. And my MVP rate's at 22.02%. So that's about 1/5 of the game. Every 5th game I play, I get MVP, which I think is pretty decent. So yeah. For my actual ships here, if we look at battles, I have the most battles in the Harugumo, the Zao, and the Yamato, and these are because these are my like first tech tree tier 10s, so that's probably why I have the most damage in them, or not damage, sorry, the most games in them. And under that we have like the Takao, there's like a ship I ground to get to these tier 10s. My Worcester's like getting up there, and because that's my 4th tier 10, so yeah. And then if we look at average damage, at the top here we have all the super ships here, which I played like 1 or 2 games in. And then we have the Essex, and this is before matchmaking like got rid of most of the bots. So when I was grinding for the midway, it basically just threw me into a bot game half the time, and that's why my average is so high in it. And under that we have some of the battleships I have, like Yamato, ARP Yamato. We got the Vulcan cruiser here, which I have 8 games in, and I don't have a 100% MVP rate anymore, unfortunately. I used to have one, but 100%, but oh well. Oh, and I do have a 100% MVP rate, just not 100% win rate. And under that we have some of my cruisers, tier 10 cruisers, the midways here, and then we got some destroyers, and yeah. So if we look at my battle medals here, I'm trying to get like every title, or not every title, but some titles. So if you look at these medals here, I have 500 of the most of the easy ones, but like some of them I don't have any of, like fireproof, because I don't play any ships that can take damage, or I don't like tanking. And well, these elite medals, I have a lot of big cals, but not that many of everything else. So yeah, I really gotta work on getting more of those medals to get more titles. So next, I'll be looking at the tech tree ships I got. So the first line I ever ground was a Harugumo, right here, and the Harugumo line is, well, it's pretty boring until you get to tier 8, because after the Shiratsu here, they're all just torp boats, but you get smoke. Compared to the Shima line, you get smoke in tier 6 and 7. Oh, 6, 7, don't worry about that. Anyways, but starting at the Akizuki, you start getting like actually good 100mm guns at lighting fires, so that's pretty cool. And the reason I ground this line first is because, honestly, I don't know why I ground this line first. It's not the easiest line to play, but I think just death by 1,000 cuts and lighting people on fire was very appealing to me, so that's why I ground the Harugumo first. And yeah, it's a pretty fun ship, yeah. The next line I ground was the Zao, and this ship's actually kind of dated by now, but the Zao is like a sneaky cruiser with like decent guns and good torpedoes, but you don't really have AA or any defensive capabilities. So yeah, I kind of like sucked the entire time I was grinding this line, even as I was playing Ibuki, until I got to the Zao. I wasn't very good at this line until I got the actual Zao, so like, yeah. So I can't really comment on the other ships about how good they are in the line, but the Zao is definitely very good. Or not very good, it's much more fun than the rest of the line. And then the third line I ground was the Yamato, and the Yamato here is a good solid battleship. It has aged a bit, but for getting citadels, it's still one of the best battleships in my opinion. Probably because I don't have any other tier 10 battleships, but tech tree ones, but you know, don't worry about that. And yeah, your main guns are definitely the main deal in this thing. As for the rest of the line, I'd say it's pretty solid until you get to the Yamagi. I have a damage record for this ship, by the way. I don't know how. I just got it one time when like there's a bunch of tier 8 collab ships running around, and they're all clowns, so yeah. But anyways, the Yamagi here is like different than the rest of the line, so it takes some time to get used to. And also ground the Yamagi and the Izumo when the turret bug was still a thing, so I had to play, like, it was really hard to play those two. But overall, I think I did okay in them, since battleships are pretty easy to play in general and do well in. The next line I ground was the Worcester here, and I'd say the Worcester line is like, well, once you get used to the shell arcs, it's like one of the most versatile lines that you can use, or one of the most versatile ships here, because of how good your A is, and also just the fact that you can support your team with the radars and also the sonars. And along with that, your guns are also pretty good at dealing with destroyers and cruisers and battleships. So this line and overall though, the Dallas was definitely a pain to play, because the Dallas is like really mid. The Brooklyn, honestly wasn't very good at this line until I got to like the Seattle, like until I was halfway done the Seattle. That's when I started getting decent at the game. So yeah, I think my Cleveland hour was like actually pretty bad, but it could have been a lot better if I was actually good. But oh well, I think I used HE way too much. But yeah, don't sleep on the Worcester's AP. Its AP is actually really good. And the next line I ground was the Midway. So I kind of regret grinding this line, honestly, because I kind of wanted to be like a jack of all trades and like play every class. So I decided to go for the midway first because it was advertised as like the easiest CV line, but it's honestly kind of boring because of the prep time and stuff. But I already have it now, so I gotta finish the battle honors for the rewards. But once I finish the battle honors, I probably won't touch it again because it's pretty boring, I'm not gonna lie. And the final line I finished grinding so far is the Yu Yang here. And well, the Yu Yang here, I actually started grinding for it like before they buffed it with the torpedo reload booster. So it was actually pretty bad before that. I'm not even sure why I decided to grind for it, but oh well. But the line overall, the Fushin here is really good for its tier because, well, you have good guns and good torpedoes, so what more can you ask for in a destroyer? Oops. Let me go back to Pan-Asia. And the rest of the line here, I know I had a really fun time in the Shenyang because even without I ground this line before the torpedo reload booster was added. I think I was halfway through the Changmu when they added it, or yeah, I was halfway through Changmu. And the Gajamada, the Gajamada here was an interesting ship because it's really torp focused, so it really forces you to learn how to use your torpedoes. The Shenyang here, really strong for its tier actually. Not really strong, but like it's pretty good for a tech tree. So I had fun with this one. Changmu was honestly not as bad as I thought it would be because I don't know. I guess people would just like running into my torpedoes. And the Yu Yang, I've only like 2 games in it, so yeah. Can't say much about that one yet, but I'm pretty sure it'll be pretty good. And currently the lines I'm grinding are the Venezia line. Currently I'm at the Brindisi, so like I'm like a fourth of the way to the Venezia from the Brindisi. So far, the line has been pretty decent, or actually not really. The Brindisi is pretty decent, but the Sara and the Malfi have kind of been a struggle because your sap pen really isn't there for those two. So I use way too much sap in these things, so you should really be using AP in these ones. But the Brindisi here, you can stay on sap. And the other line I've been grinding is the Gascogne line, or not Gascogne line, sorry, the Repub line. And right now I'm at Gascogne. I'd say the Normandy sucked like a lot. The Normandy really sucked. But the Lyon here was actually pretty fun if you didn't get into a tier 8 game. And the Gascogne here, it's an okay ship. I think I played way too aggressively in it, so I'm not doing that well, but it should teach me how to play the line once I get good at it. And yeah, those are all the tech trees I'm getting so far. For future lines that I want, I'm looking into I'll probably be getting the Enray soon, and also the Kleber, because those are two interesting ships. As you can see, I like my rapid reload ships with their engine accelerator. Yeah, and also another line that I'm probably gonna go for is probably the Des Moines because I don't know, it looks like an interesting fun ship. Okay guys, so now I'm gonna go over any premiums or anything that I just find interesting in my port. So let's start with the American premiums here. Interesting ones. Well, the Helena here, I actually ground for it, and this camel right here, the Remembrance Night one, before they even handed it out in the daily. I remember it was in a personal challenge, like one of the very first ones. So I actually ground all the way to like level 65 to get this. So yeah, and then they handed it out in a daily after, and I was sad because, well, my hard work is now like all gone, but oh well. And the California and the West Virginia here, well, I got this West Virginia from like this thing. I don't even know what it's called. It's like a Foundations of Victory thing here, and there's a West Virginia for free at the end, so that's pretty cool, I guess. And the California here, I just got it from the new operations feature, so that was cool. Now let's go to Japanese premiums. Oops. So the ARP Yamato here in Shinano, I don't know how, but I rolled them from crates, both of them, just from keys, not spending any golds or any money. So like I was lucky. I'm like really lucky for some reason, so I got these. That was pretty cool. And otherwise, these two ARP ships, I got the ARP Haguro from the Regatta, but it's basically just a Miyako clone, so low-key wasn't really worth it. And the ARP Congo here, I just rolled it from a crate. Yeah, so I don't know how I keep rolling these. Next, we got the British premiums, and why is it too low? Oops. And the Plymouth here, I just bought this from the shipyard, so it's like a really big Edinburgh with radar 3 and smoke too, so that's pretty interesting. So it's honestly kind of fun, but I don't really have Mistweaver, so I kind of need that to play it. And the Collingwood here, I got it from completing another Regatta, so yeah, it's kind of buns though, so wouldn't really recommend it. The Indom here, it was like one of the first premiums I just got randomly, and I rolled from a crate, I think. So yeah, and I do not recommend this ship. Please do not get this ship. This ship sucks even when I play it, and is very brain dead. So please do not get the Indomitable. And anything else here in British? No, that's about it. Okay, next we got the German ships, and I have very few of these. The Foot Clan, yet another crate I rolled and got it somehow. The Z42 I got from the shipyard a few months ago, and I'd say it's a very fun destroyer hunter. It's like an AP focused Harugumo at destroyer hunting, so pretty interesting, especially since you get these short burst smokes. So it lets you play like really like tactically and lets you get rid of destroyers really quickly. Foot Clan here, it's like a premium Schlieffen, so very fun. And anything else here? No, those two are kind of boring. For my Soviet premiums, I got the Mikhail Khrushchev. This is like my first premium ship. It's basically just like a Shep-Hive clone, but you got like smoke instead of radar. Yeah, since I don't have the Shep-Hive, it was somewhat interesting when I got it, but now that I have more premiums, not that interesting anymore. And because I have a premium that I'm going to show you later. Tashkent 39 here. This is a very funny boat because you have a lot of torpedoes and you get a torp reload booster. So this lets you really just spam with torpedoes, and your guns suck, but you just have a lot of torpedoes. So it's a funny torpedo boat. Pan Asian ships here. Well, funny story. So the Anshan here, it's basically just a Fusion, but your torpedoes are not deep waters, so they can actually hit other destroyers. But in return, they have less range and do less damage. I actually played Blitz Royale with this, one game in it, and I won that Blitz Royale game, so I like 100% win rate in Blitz Royale with using the Anshan. Yeah. My French premiums, the Toulon, I got this from the recent Christmas event, or was it New Year's? I don't remember. And, well, this ship is honestly very fun because all your guns are in the front here. They're all in the front here. So it's very fun, and you also get a rapid reload and engine boost. So it really allows you to push and like push the enemy team. So it's pretty fun. And I was speaking earlier how I don't really play Khrushchev anymore because of another premium, and that's the Bayard here, because you get 1% higher fire chance than Khrushchev at 7%, plus you get the same reload, and you also get a rapid reload on top of that. So this thing's better at lighting fires, but you don't have as good range. But I find the Bayard a lot more fun because of its speed and its, well, fire setting capability. So yeah. And let's look at the Italian premiums here. Well, not much to say about these. I have the FR25 here. I think I got it from a Blitz Pass deal or something, and that's why I have it. Not very remarkable otherwise, but you like these skills, so that's somewhat interesting, I guess. The Gorizia here we got from the daily. It's, well, pretty buns, I'm not gonna lie, because I low-key hated playing the Sara when I was grinding for the Venezia, so yeah, not very fun. Not only Pan-European, no Commonwealth, and Pan-American. I have the Rio here. It's basically a tier 5 Atlantico, so pretty fun premium in my opinion. And yeah, you get 3 secondary overloads, so this just allows you to play more aggressively, hit your secondary shots. And on top of that, you also get, well, the same guns as the Agincourt, so you can do like 900 damage per HE shell with 14 guns, so you can like one-tap a destroyer. So yeah, very fun shit for low tier. I also have the Almirante Grau here, which I got from another Blitz Pass. And, well, this ship is interesting ever since they buffed it because of its combat instructions here, which, well, gives you basically reduces your reload time by 60%. So it's like a rapid reload 3 on crack. And yeah, very fun ship in my opinion, if you can get it to work. And you also have decent AA, so maybe not very fun, but I think I find it pretty interesting. It's an interesting ship to be honest. And let me include my black ships actually. Yeah. For my black ships, I have the black FDG here, which I got from another Blitz Pass. And so it's basically FDG, but you got rapid reload and some different skills. And also the black Amalfi here, which I picked up from the shipyard a long time ago. So this is before I actually got the Amalfi, so yeah. And your skills are more suited for destroyer hunting, so that's why I picked it up. And yeah, that's about it for my report. Those are all the interesting premiums in my opinion. And yeah, so thank you for watching. As I mentioned earlier, I'm probably going to start using this mic to record more videos because it'll be more convenient for me, and I think the videos will also turn out better. If if my pacing's off or whatever, I'm sorry. It's my first time using a mic, so cut me some slack. And yeah, thank you so much for 100 subscribers. Thank you for watching, and have a great rest of your day.